Where is everyone traveling this summer? The top query for summer 2023, specifically from June through August, is London, followed by Cancun, Paris, Orlando, Rome, and New York City. Of the top 20 most searched destinations, European cities are trending, with Rome, Barcelona, and Dublin all making the list as well. This summer, I'll visit some of the top destinations. I'll start with London and travel to Rome for 3 days. From Rome, I would take a flight for this party island of Malta, and then head back to London and take 1 week to work remotely from an Airbnb in Westminster. This is when I would decide the rest of my plan for 3 things I'm looking for. What are those 3 things? Number 1, content for my channel. Number 2, parties and lots of new people to meet that are friendly. And number 3, business opportunities. Perhaps find some clients or look for places where I can open up our European offices for my dev shop, or maybe find some businesses to invest in, like buying a house to do Airbnb or invest in tours and travel company. This search would lead me to Poland. And yes, partly because Polish women are some of the most attractive.
Pretty. Both.
This is where I would spend 2 weeks in some of the most popular cities of Warsaw, Krakow, and Zakopane. From Krakow, I would do several day trips, including a trip to my 45th country of Slovakia, and enjoy the traditional wooden rafting and head to an ancient mountain town of Zadir.
Seeking adventure and to support Ukrainian people, I would convince a local Polish driver to take me to the Ukrainian city of Lviv while the war is still going on.
Of course, I wouldn't tell my mom until I'm back safely from my 46th country. Once I'm back, I'll fly to Dublin to meet some old friends from Galway, and then I'll go on a group tour with 7 other boys and girls to Scotland, renting a 9-seater and driving from Edinburgh to Inverness. And finally, after 7 weeks, I'll be returning home to Dallas. So join me on this thrilling ride on this European adventure series that has something for everyone, including the adventure of getting detained by Polish police and being questioned by Ukrainian soldiers. Hi, I'm Arvind Sareen, CEO of a small but fast-growing tech company, Copper Digital, travel vlogger, and an aspiring self-help coach. I'm thrilled to take you on this adventure this summer. And like most times, I'll begin my trip from the convenient city of London. Why London, you might think? There is a long list of why, but one of the reasons is that there are direct flights from Delhi and Dallas, my 2 home cities. There are also convenient flights to most places around the world. I booked my flight 2 months ago using my American Airline miles for about 20,000 miles plus $200 direct from Delhi to Heathrow. Remember when I made a video about Europe packing mistakes? Well, guess what? I couldn't resist making a few of those mistakes myself. Overpacking, especially with the electronic gadgets, my tripod, my Gorilla Pod, my 5 different cameras and lenses and drones. I always promised myself to pack light, but some of us like me never seem to learn.
Hey guys, I am leaving in 1.5 hours and I don't know what all to take. It's a mess. I think I'll have to take a check bag because I have so many electronics. Traveling is not fun.
What? 2 months back. 2 minutes. Yeah, boy.
Well, it's sometimes fun. Alright guys, so I am ready to leave for London. We're gonna be going in this car and mom and dad will be dropping me. Everything's good, security clear, and ready for my flight around 3:55 p.m. So I have now arrived in London. I'm just waiting for my baggage, and here's the plan. From here, I'm gonna go to Camden Market, which is where my Airbnb is, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's about 1.5 hours. That's how long it's going to take me. I'm going to take a train. So we have made it to the Piccadilly line and now we're going to London. Alright guys, this is where I take the bus, 390. We have boarded the bus. Now 6 stops to Camden. Guys, I have arrived at Camden Park and that is the place that I'm going to be staying at. So I got off the bus and now I have to walk for a few minutes with my bags. So I have arrived at the Airbnb. There's a lockbox here and I just have to get the keys from it. So the code is 1002. We got the keys. Okay, cool. Oh, look at that beautiful cat. He said put that in the back. Okay, we will do that. Very pretty. Nice. Let's go check out our room. That's the bathroom. Very spacious and nice and clean. Here is the room. Ta-ta-da. Nice and cozy. And that is the view. So now I'm ready to go out. I'm gonna go and explore the area, and it's Friday night, so I'm gonna have some kebabs or whatever else I can get my hands on. I'll get me a drink, and then maybe in 2 or 3 hours after walking, I'll be back. My first walk after arriving in London in June 2023. Right, people, we've been walking, and now we can see that we're reaching the Camden market. The fish and chips. So we reached at the Camden Road, Royal College Street. I mean, this pub looks pretty good, but I want to get to the heart of the city first, and then we'll see. See, so this is the congestion charging zone. Monday to Friday, 7 to 6. So I'm here now at Camden Town, and I want to decide what to eat.
So I decided to go to Camden Eye Pub. It looked pretty good from outside. I got me a cold, refreshing beer, with that some meatballs. These meatballs were absolutely heavenly. They were a perfect combination of savory and tangy, and just melted in my mouth. After coming out of the cafe, my eyes landed on King of Falafel, and every cell in my body was craving to grab a bite of some yummy falafel wrap.
So I want to get something really nice. Falafel sounds great.
Falafel wrap.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Bye. Best place, King of Falafel. Amazing. So we got the kebab. Now we're gonna go to Sainsbury and see if we can get some beer or alcohol or some scotch. I swung by Sainsbury's to get myself a bottle of wine so I could enjoy it with my falafel wrap. We got a nice wine. So I am now back with a bottle of wine, some chips, and amazing falafel. And this is our home. So let's get inside. Alright guys, I just finished the amazing falafel, and now I am going to go to bed. Good morning guys. I am ready to go to Leicester Square. I've got all my essentials, everything's packed, so let's go. Right when I was about to head out of the Airbnb, the owner was kind enough to offer me a ride in his sweet Mercedes-Benz all the way to Camden Market. Have a good one. That was nice. I got a ride all the way to this place that I came yesterday, so that's great. The London weather was quite a bit chilly, so to warm myself, I got myself a good old cup of hot Americano coffee. Not bad. Walking in any city is really fun. These are bikes that you could rent. Alright guys, I have arrived at Leicester Square. The whole Leicester Square area is right behind me. If you walk there, you're gonna see like that square and everybody's gonna be there. Chinatown is that way. And yep, that's Leicester Square. This whole square. And behind me is the casino that I wanted to go to. The Hippodrome Casino. So we're gonna go check it out. I bought chips for about £400, After an intense session of poker, I managed to cash out £530, earning a total profit of £130. That's definitely a nice win, although I was hoping for an even bigger payout. So I have successfully finished my poker session. Now I gotta head to the airport to receive my other friend who's coming. All right, we gotta go walk straight for 8 minutes. I had to rush to the airport to pick up my friend Simi. So I walked 8 minutes straight to the nearest underground subway station and made it to the airport just in the nick of time. You can see now Simi has also arrived, and we are at South Hall. South Hall is a place where there are a lot of Indians and a lot of Punjabis, so much so that you can see it's written in Punjabi, South Hall. So now the plan is to go back to the Airbnb. We were exhausted and headed back to the Airbnb for some much needed rest for the whole day. Good morning, guys. Today is the next day, and right now it's about 7 in the morning, so we're gonna go get some coffee. We are all set. London is really amazing, guys. This is a good neighborhood right here in Camden town. This neighborhood is called Murray Mews. All the houses, unlike in Texas, are very different. So each of these houses has like a character in it. No two houses are same. Just like no two children are the same. They all need very specific attention. Since we were both starving, we ended up ordering a whole meal of breakfast instead of just getting my regular black coffee. Usually I would just go for a black coffee because I'll be fasting. But when you're out and about, I don't want to be fasting, and especially because we're getting sandwiches as well. So I got me a Whiteshire ham and cheese sandwich, which I'm excited about, but I wanted sausage and bacon as well, and I didn't get that, and I was hoping that I would, but that's okay, because you don't get everything in life, so that's the lesson I want you to learn. That was the coffee and breakfast experience. Now we're gonna go head back to the Airbnb, get ready, and then we're gonna go to the Big Ben. Heading back to the Airbnb, we made a stop at a local store to buy some additional snacks and drinks to carry in our day pack, because we're gonna be out and about all day. Now we've reached our Airbnb, so we're gonna get ready and head out. When you're in Europe, putting a sunscreen is very important. Otherwise, the sun is so harsh here that your skin may get burnt. Same thing in the US, but not so much in India. Because of the pollution, sun, ultraviolet rays just filter through. Those are the benefits of staying in India, the most populated country in the entire world. And you can check out my video, what it's like living in the most populous country in the world. We're gonna take bus number 29 to Trafalgar Square. That's gonna be about 14 stops. And then from there, Big Ben Clock Tower is gonna be right there. And that is very iconic place right here in London. I quickly grabbed a seat on the bus's upper deck and settled in to get the best possible views of the swinging city. The bus took us from Camden Road Station all the way to Trafalgar Square in roughly 30 minutes as I captured the bustling streets of London come to life below. Welcome to the Trafalgar Square. Located right in the heart of London, Trafalgar Square was named after the Battle of Trafalgar, commemorating the British victory over the combined French and Spanish fleets during the Napoleonic Wars. You might recognize this place from movies like Wonder Woman or James Bond's Skyfall. This has been the hub for protests and demonstrations throughout history. I noticed that there was some demonstration going on by the Sikh people, and they were serving rose water with cream, popularly known as chabil in India. This is a common practice during the peak months of summer. You get stalls all over Delhi and Punjab and a lot of other places, and it is amazing for hydration. Having seen enough of this magnificent square, we made our way to Big Ben on foot. I present to you, considered one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world, and for a good reason, the magnificent Big Ben. This 160-year-old Gothic revival architecture has survived World War II bombings and even a fire in 1834 that destroyed the previous Palace of Westminster. My only regret about visiting this clock tower is I went during the daylight hours. God, this place would have been a sight to behold at night. Plus, there were too many people around anyway. My favorite person, Winston Churchill. And that's right there, Winston Churchill. He was a great leader, and he led the United Kingdom through the war, and he did an amazing job. He gave a famous speech where he said something like, I want to fight from the air, I want to fight from the sea, I want to fight from neighborhoods.
We shall fight on the seas and oceans, we shall fight on the...
So really amazing figure, Winston Churchill, and that's my favorite statue. To St. James Park. This is a park close to the Buckingham Palace, and we can walk through this park and reach Buckingham Palace. Welcome to the Buckingham Palace. Home to the British monarch, this 830,000 square feet palace with 775 rooms has its own post office, police station, and its police force, cinema, ATM, hospital, and an entire lake. The beautiful Buckingham Palace, and there's the balcony where the king comes and greets and does the speeches. Really, really iconic place right here in London. People, we have made it to our appointment on time. It was tough because we got carried away at a lot of places, but finally we're here at one of the very popular spots, Dishoom, and even on Saturday nights it's like buzzing and really crazy. There is nothing better than the taste of home in a foreign country. And if it's keema pao and lamb curry with naan, which just bombards a million flavors in your mouth at the same time, it couldn't be topped. Maybe gulkan mess and pista kulfi for dessert can. After the delicious meal at Dishoom, we headed back to Airbnb as the next day we were going to leave for Rome and then spend the weekend in Malta. You can watch my Rome video and visit to the smallest country in the entire world by going to my channel. I'll leave a link in the description. After a fun weekend in Malta, we returned to London as we still had to finish the most iconic place, the Tower Bridge. Well, we have reached here at the Tower Bridge. This is one of the very iconic attractions, and this is where a lot of the cruise boats go as well. So let me show you the famous Tower Bridge. Ta-ta! And all these here are also like historical castles and places and vaults and everything else. There's some sweet and savory crepes they're selling. King George V wished to create a free beach for London's children. Did you know that Tower Bridge is not actually named after its iconic towers, but rather the nearby Tower of London? It took 8 years to build and was completed in 1894. The bridge is made up of over 11,000 tons of steel and is capable of lifting its roadway to an angle of 86 degrees to allow ships to pass through. One fun fact is that most people confuse the Tower Bridge with London Bridge, and that's usually the tourists, but the real name is Tower Bridge. A Girl with a Dolphin, famously done by David Wynn, and behind that is the Tower Bridge. So you can see an amazing view here. These are the tower vaults. This is the tower building. There's a marina there, and then you can see the Tower Bridge, the iconic, the beautiful Tower Bridge. So amazing. Exhausted and hungry, we sat by the street side to munch on some snacks and drinks. This was a wonderful spot for our picnic with an amazing view to the Tower Bridge. This was the first leg of my journey. Don't go anywhere as the adventure is just starting. After a fun first week of summer in this area, I decided to fly to the capital of Poland, Warsaw. This is going to be home for the next couple of weeks. Warsaw is known to have the newest old town in the entire world, and it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. My goal would be to find a Polish driver who can take me to Ukraine. I'll get detained by the police for flying my drone in a restricted area, and I'll be questioned by the Ukrainian soldiers. I'll be meeting a lot of people from Ukraine, and I'll try to bring their stories to you in the coming videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when I post the next video. See you next time. Goodbye.